All right, fight fans, just finished watching Conor Benn and Regis Prograis in a 10-round, very entertaining fight. So let me start off by saying that I did get this fight right, but I didn't get my prediction on how the fight would go right. So I did pick Conor Benn to win this fight, but I picked Conor Benn by knockout. Now, I don't always pick knockouts, but this one I was almost certain would happen. I thought that Conor Benn would get Regis out of there within 4 rounds. Prograis has actually been slowing down a little bit over the years. Although he's been a good fighter, I thought that Conor Benn would just be too strong, too sharp, hitting too hard, and I thought that he would, get the first stoppage of Regis Prograis' career. But that did not happen. Conor Benn did win, but he won by decision at the end of the 10th round. Let me get right into my pros and cons. Let me start out with Regis. I want to say that for a guy who I thought, had, really slowed down quite a bit. What I mean is that I thought he was kind of, his best days were past him. He put on a pretty good showing. He showed that heart. He showed that veteran gut that he was not going to be knocked out. He was not going to be go down easy. He threw lots of punches. I did like the shoe shine into the body. Like anytime Conor Benn would catch him to the body, he would respond with 2 or 3 to the body himself. I did like the fact that he tried to early, in my opinion, set up something with the jab to kind of get a filler to keep Conor away from him. I like the hard overhand shots that he was throwing. As for the cons for Regis, I would say that I didn't like the fact that, and I guess I don't know what he can do about this. When fighters get older and they're getting a little longer in the tooth, he's a lot slower than he was a couple years ago. So it left his body open. If you notice that sometimes he would throw a looping overhand or he would throw the jab, he would not get his elbows back quick enough or get like the solar plexus covered quick enough. And Conor Benn was taking advantage of that, which brings me to Conor Benn. The pros: good, hard, short shots. I love the body work. For those of you who know me, you know that I love body work. Conor Benn was doing work in the body. I mean, he was throwing right uppercuts to the body. He was throwing left hooks to the body. He was doing that little step aside like Roy Jones used to do, throwing the left to the body. He was, throwing combinations to the body. I thought that Conor did a good job also counter punching. He was even throwing counters off the back foot, throwing straight shots off the back foot. As for the cons, I guess the only cons I can really give Conor is that he allowed himself to be roughed up. Regis was getting in. He made it very clear that he was going to make it a little bit of a rough fight. And I thought that Conor did not do a good enough job, keeping him off of him. Also, too, coming in with the head. Now, I don't think that either fighter was being dirty, but we know that when you got conventional against a southpaw, the chances of head clashes are going to happen. I was hoping that Conor would have maybe kept his hands up a little more to fend that off, but, those things happen, and he did suffer those 2 cuts over his eye, which brings us to the fight. As I mentioned, I thought it was a good fight from round 1 through round 10. It was action. Shout out to the ref too in the fight. I forget the ref's name, but I thought the ref did an excellent job. He, even when sometimes the guys were wrestling and holding, he let them work their way out of it, because even when they held, they didn't hold for a long time. The ref let them fight. He only warned them when he absolutely needed to. Pretty much, I think that it was all Conor Benn. Like I said, Regis did a good job, but I thought that Conor did a good job controlling the fight from rounds 1 through 10. Really, he didn't do anything different from round 1 through 10, because to me, he looked just as energetic and strong in the first couple of rounds as he did in the 10th round. And I did like the fact that Conor was going for the knockout. Like I said, I picked him by knockout. I thought he might go for the knockout, but that didn't happen. And even when Conor suffered those headbutts, he didn't start whining and crying. He kept himself straight. He stayed focused, and he kept the goal in hand. So pretty much that was pretty much it. I mean, get to the end of the fight, and Conor Benn wins by decision. So now what happens? Now this fight was at 150. So the plan, I think, is for Conor to fight at welterweight. I think that's the plan. Welterweight. still has a lot of big fights up there, and I think Conor wants to be, part of that. As for Regis Prograis, I would say that his best days are behind him, but he did have a good enough showing in this fight, in my opinion, to show that he can still fight. I just think that his best days are behind him. And for what it's worth, he's been a very good fighter. And if he decides never to fight again, it was a good career. But if he does, I just think that unfortunately he's going to get served up to somebody else, where they are looking at him more as a gatekeeper, and his contending days are over. But anyway, fight fans, pretty much that was it. What was your thoughts on the fight? Did you pick Regis? Did you pick Conor? Did you enjoy the fight like I did? I thought it was pretty entertaining. Give me your thoughts on it. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so we can keep talking boxing. That's all for next time. Until next time, I should say. Peace.